Okay, hello, welcome back. We're not even gonna do the assassination. We're just gonna do a walking tour of Bangkok here in Hitman. Um, I've been attempting, rather unsuccessfully, it must be said, to continue my initial conversations about um, open-mindedness that I originally started in Bioshock 2. Lot of electronic poltergeists and other things have stopped it from happening, but Um, one thing I wanted to get to before we get into this video, the reason we're doing a second video is because the first video, there's a the game froze, so I wasn't able to complete everything I wanted to say. And it froze. This is right after, for those of you who played Bioshock 2, this is right after you save Grace Holloway. And this is Sophia Lamb's response to you choosing not to kill, or, or kill Grace Holloway. She says, "By sparing Grace, do you seek to gain my trust? A feeble ruse. Your crocodile tears may poison her with doubt, but I am not so easy a mark." So in other words, no matter what you do, she's going to still see you in the exact same way, which is pretty much the definition of being closed-minded. Now, so yeah, walking tour show you just how lovely Bangkok is this time of year. Look over there. Yeah. I've never actually been here, but I'm sure it's great, a wonderful place. So where I want to continue with this conversation, ooh, setting sun, nice cool stuff over there and over here, was I wanted to talk a bit about a survey that was done, and I haven't actually read the survey. I saw a news clip on the survey where different points of view about the survey were presented.
Got anything stronger than wine
The
here?
survey basically was trying to discover who was more open-minded amongst people, whether it was atheists or whether it was religious people. And to the surprise of everybody who initiated this thing, it was discovered that it was the religious people were actually more open-minded than atheists were. Now, speaking on a personal level, that doesn't surprise me too much, and the reason I say that is, having known a lot of atheists, I find them to be incredibly close-minded, not in all regards, but oftentimes, ooh, look at the boat. Very cool. If in matters concerning religion, they're just very close-minded and won't accept the value of something that is religious. In a previous video, I have brought this up about the Golden Rule. Now, the Golden Rule comes from the New Testament of the Bible, and it's a really, really good piece of advice, good way to live your life. Now, that having been said, a lot of atheists will disregard the advice because of its source. It doesn't matter how... That guy can spot me. Scary. It doesn't matter how good of advice it is, it's disregarded for that simple reason, that it comes from the Bible. Now, I'm not saying that all atheists are closed-minded, and I'm not saying all atheists are open-minded. Neither am I saying all religious people are closed or open-minded. What I am saying... Ooh, look at that beach. That's just... looks so great. You can't run down by the beach, though, sadly. What I am saying is that you are responsible for who you are. You're responsible for how open or closed-minded you are. It all depends on you. It's all on you. It's all on you, bro. So, one of the criteria, and this is something that one of the criteria of the survey and one of the criteria of, real life, of open and closed-mindedness, is whether a person can take a viewpoint they don't agree with and craft a persuasive, valid argument in favor of what they don't agree with. So to give an example, if you are, say, against abortion, if you're truly open-minded, you can craft an argument in favor of abortion. An argument that is both valid and persuasive. Now, look at all this wonderful food here. This is, I'm just saying, this is just so cool. But, like I said, persuasive, valid argument. Now, what I mean by persuasive is that, yeah, it can convince people. That's pretty straightforward. Valid means that it's a logical argument. It's not invalid. There's nothing that invalidates the argument. It is logical. It is, you know, straightforward. And it can be convincing. And, like I said, now, I've known religious people that were likewise closed-minded, but, as I say, people who are atheists, likewise, are closed-minded, and many of them would not even see a reason for being able to craft that argument. Yeah. It's not too scenic down there. I'm gonna head upstairs. So, that, so, to kind of carry on this example, I knew a young lady. Oh, gonna have to, I'm gonna wait here a second until she clears out of the way, so, because she can spot me. Anyway, I knew a young lady who, when she was a teenager, I had a few discussions here and there with her about one thing or another. Mostly her school assignments that she had to craft an argument for or against something. And the conversations I had with her would inevitably have this element. Say, for example, she was supposed to craft an argument against something. She would inevitably begin the discussion by stating, well, obviously this is wrong. And then she would get very upset with me if I were when I would ask her the next logical question, which is, wait, why is this wrong? Why do you think this is a wrong thing? And
waiters here, you crazy? Get out of here before
nope,
I get you fired.
They won't let me up there in these outfits, sadly. I thought I could get up here. I'll get on the roof and show you from the roof anyway. But yeah, and I thought that was just a thing she was going through. You know, she was a teenager, and I thought she'd grow out of it. Oh, I'm trespassing. Wow. Sheesh, they just don't let you into fun places sometimes if you're serving drinks. So,
I'm fine.
yeah, now, like I said, I thought she'd grow out of this, what could I call it? This mannerism, this belief of hers that,
Who's the jittery guy over there? Looks like another one of those rock stars.
ooh, look, this is a nice hotel. I won't mind staying here. Excuse me. But anyway, I thought she grew out of it, but, in my dealings with her as an adult, I would find that she would, when I'd have discussions with her, if I already agreed with her about something, she would be very, whoa, that guy can spot me. Run. Run.
Morgan, lawyer
Okay.
and corporate
Wow.
fixer.
More people who can spot me. It's always scary when they can spot you. So yeah, if our viewpoints agreed, that's fine. If we didn't agree about something for whatever reason, we had a difference of opinion, I've found it impossible to have a discussion with her.
So who is this cop? The one in all the papers?
And it's not because,
Are you kidding?
just simply because we disagreed, it was because her viewpoint, it's because she would not and could not accept my viewpoint as valid. She would, literally, would just be very disrespectful, very rude about my viewpoint. Any concessions I made to her viewpoint, would be ignored. And anytime I would try to present what I thought, I think she just insulted me. That was very rude. What I thought to her, it would be... I'm going to see about going down there. I think it looks cool right down there. Yeah. Would be disregarded. And in oftentimes very rude way, even though she's a nice girl and doesn't mean to be rude. But she is also a very, yeah, just very close-minded young lady. And she still is. And I think, like I said, she cannot craft an argument that differs from a viewpoint. She can't even see or accept a viewpoint that is different from hers. And, you know, it is actually kind of sad, you know, that people are like that, and that, you know, that they perceive someone who disagrees with them as being completely and totally, utterly wrong, and not just wrong, but maybe sometimes even dangerous. And that's what happens when you're very close-minded. Now, we're going to look at this lovely pagoda on the sunset over the docks. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I think the takeaway that I'm trying to present here about closed and open-mindedness is to, yeah, if you want to be open-minded, and you really should want to do that, start crafting arguments that are both valid and persuasive for things that you don't agree with. And that way you'll start being open-minded. You'll not only that, but you'll be able to be more empathetic and see things from other people's points of view. So anyway, like and subscribe if you like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.